Alexis Watson. Tenant files dozens of $100,000 lawsuit.
What?
For discrimination.
Huh?
Because she's on Section 8 and was denied.
Whoa.
Well, at least she said she was denied. Y'all gonna be the judge of that. I'm telling you, this lady is scandalous. Hello, everyone. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Traffic is pretty bad today, y'all. So if you hear cars in the background, I'm sorry. Remember, I told you that I live in a building and there's a main street in front of my building on the side that I live. So excuse the noise, right? Today, I am going to play a video for you about a young lady that's on Section 8. Well, at least she says she's on Section 8. Think she lives in California. Alexis Watson. She claims that every time she calls about an apartment and wants to use her voucher, they are discriminating against her. Now she got, Lord, I think up to maybe 40 lawsuits or something like that. Why are these people texting me? Why? My God. And believe it or not, it's a scam. It's a spam. Lord have mercy. I got my phone turned down. I guess I need to turn down this other thing here so I don't get no notifications. Sorry about that. I keep hitting that mic. So y'all, I want y'all to tell me, is this discriminating or this lady is trying to get money? Is it? We're going to dig into this and we're going to see what the hell is going on. And make sure you watch the whole entire video. Do that for me. Don't be skipping. Watch it till the end. It helps me out a whole lot. It really do. And I thank the people who do. I appreciate it. I really, really do. All right? First, let me thank you for my blessings. Thank you for the PayPal, the Cash App, to buy me a damn coffee. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for the super thanks. Thank you so much. And pretty soon you'll be able to go over there and buy my wonderful soap. It's waiting for you. It's waiting. It's curing, though. It's curing. You got to give it at least 6 weeks, okay? 6 weeks. Well, 6 weeks will be over by April the 10th. So don't forget now. Come back. Come back and buy your soap. The 10th is on a Friday. I did that on purpose, y'all. I did it on purpose because a lot of y'all get paid. Sandfay girl, you crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm just silly, honey. I'm silly. All right, let's play this video for y'all. Let's play it. Give me y'all true opinion. Don't sugarcoat nothing, all right? Because I'm not going to. I'm not going to do it.
A Section 8 tenant has filed dozens of lawsuits, and each lawsuit is $100,000.
Wait a minute now. You on Section 8 and you're going to file lawsuits? You on Section 8 getting help from the government and you're going to file lawsuits against tenants? In some of those cases, you just might win? So are you still going to be on Section 8? That's what I want to know. Are they going to cut you off after you got the money, after you get the money, your first $100,000? Are they? How can someone file so many lawsuits? They don't see nothing wrong with this. They don't see this as a scammer, a scam, a low-down, dirty heifer. They don't see that. Ooh.
My name is Anthony Scales. I'm a real estate roster, and here are the details. So there's an LA resident by the name of Alexis Watson, and she holds a Section 8 voucher.
I got a cousin named, not a cousin, she's a niece named Alexis. Same last name, but it's not her, y'all. It's not her, okay? She's not on Section 8. It's not her. Some people have the same name, same names.
Vouchers are used for housing, and the city pays for 80% of the rent, and the tenant pays the remainder. And what this person does is, Mrs. Watson, she calls Zillow ads, and she tries to inquire about homes that are for rent. And if she doesn't receive the answer that she expects, then she files a lawsuit.
If she don't receive the answer that she expects, she files a lawsuit. Discrimination. So if you don't want to take someone's voucher and they're black, is it going to always be discrimination? You're discriminating against me because I'm black. How do you know that? How do you know? Especially over the phone. How do you know? Put it on down in the comment section. So you can't turn down Section 8. This is in California. Because you don't want to be dealing with the government. I don't want my property to be, monetized, not monetized. Well, we really truly are monetized by the government because the government is giving them money. But I don't want to deal with the government. I don't want to have nothing to do with the government in my property because I don't like their requirements and I don't like their rules. So they can't say no because they don't want no dealings with the government. The government has to be in their business. So it's going to always be about discrimination? Why y'all always got to throw racism in it? Why? They started that mess and now some of the blacks are using it to their advantage so they can lawsuit.
I'm going to give you a few examples. Like the first example, she called about a house, and the answer she received was, I have to ask the owners and get back to you. That triggered a $100,000 lawsuit.
What?
The next one was, agent responded, the house might be too old to meet the requirements. I have to ask the owners and get back to you. That
HUD has a requirement. What's wrong with him saying, I got to get right back to you because I don't know, the house might be too old? Because HUD has a requirement. All because she's black. He can tell she's black because she's on the phone, but she sounds black. Maybe she sounds ghetto. I have no idea. But you got some white ghetto people. You got some Asian ghetto people. Puerto Rican ghetto people, But because she was black, she just assumed that they don't want to rent to her because, they don't want to accept her Section 8 voucher because she's black. And she's going to take this to her advantage.
triggered a $100,000 lawsuit. And then the third one was, this is a good one. Miss Watson, she inquired about a house in Carson to rent. She went and saw it, filled out an application, and you have to also pay with the application to do the credit check. Well, she didn't pay, and that house was ultimately rented to someone else who did not have a Section 8 voucher. Miss Watson found out about this, and what do you think she did?
She filed the lawsuit. You didn't pay the money to get in there. Okay, you did the credit check, but you didn't pay your money. First come, first serve. Just because you had the application, what make you think you can tell them to hold on until I get my money? What make you think, who's going to do that? First come, first serve. So she's trying to say it's discrimination. Landlord might win that one. I'm telling y'all, these people are something else. This woman is something else. Ooh, Lord, I hate to be her man. If I was a dude, I would not want to be her man. She'd sue you for any little thing, anything.
She filed a $100,000 lawsuit. And I think it's wrong to discriminate against anybody. And not only that, it's against the law. In California, You can't discriminate against anyone for their source of income for rent.
You can't discriminate against anyone for their source of income in California. So you have to let them, you got to let them rent your apartment. You got to. We don't care if you don't like the government in your business. You got to. What is wrong with this right here? See, I couldn't live in a state like that. I just couldn't. Okay? You as a homeowner or a business owner, you don't have no rights. You got to. You invest in real estate. You have nice places, nice homes. You done build homes, but you got to. You got to let them live in your house. You built some nice townhouses, and they're all for rent. Very nice, in a nice neighborhood. But you got to let them move into your townhouse. You can't discriminate because of their income, what type of income they get. You can't. So if it was drug dealer income, do we got to let them move in? Do we got to? Oh, Lord have mercy. Moving right along. Ain't much left for this one.
And that means wherever you get the money from, they can't, as long as it's not criminal, they can't deny you or discriminate against you for how you're paying that rent.
Long as it's not criminal. Did you hear that? Long as it's not criminal. How they gonna know it's not criminal? How they gonna know? You know, people lie for people all the time, you know.
But at the same time, there's people out there like Miss Watson who was looking for any way she could make some money because, I mean, to file dozens, she's not trying to sue for performance. She's trying to sue to get money, meaning she's not suing to get in the house. She just wants the cash and the settlement. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to share this article.
I agree with him. She just wants money. She don't want no place to stay. She don't want to stay in Section 8. And like I said, if she win all of these lawsuits, what's going to happen then? Huh? She's going to get kicked off of Section 8. You don't qualify anymore. You don't qualify. You got too much money. You almost a millionaire. Well, you know, I had to go look this chick up, y'all. I had to go do it. Let me see. It says right here, y'all. LA real estate alert, 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 alert. Section 8 tenant files dozens of $100,000 discrimination lawsuit. Dozens, so it's more than one. More than a dozen, really, y'all. Let me read this part down here. It says, an LA real estate agent and landlords are reeling from more than 40 lawsuits filed by Section 8 voucher holder Alexis, Lord Watson. More than 40, they said. More than 40 since last summer, each seeking at least $100,000 in damages for alleged discrimination in rental dealing via Zillow. Oh, my God. She was on the job. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Ooh, hold on. I gotta wipe my nose. 10 cases, you missed it. Not 10 cases. See, I told you I'm blind. In case you missed it, California Fair Employment and Housing Act was expanded in 2020 to bar landlords. Listen to this. It was expanded in 2020 to bar landlords from rejecting tenants based on their source of income, including Section 8 vouchers. A change aimed at opening up the market to subsidize renters in a state where housing costs have soared. They decided to live there, though. They know California is expensive. Because you was born there don't mean you have to stay there. It don't mean that. It said Watson, a single mother with a 17-year-old voucher. She has a voucher that's 17 years old. She been living in Section 8 for 17 years. Watson, a single mother with a 17-year-old voucher, has targeted dozens of respondents, to her Zillow inquiries, often suing over ambiguous texts or calls where no explicit rejection was, but I'm sorry, my eyes are really bad. I'm telling y'all, explicit rejection was put in writing. Her lawyer, Alexander Robinson, frames the action as a necessary pushback against widespread bias in LA's cutthroat rental scene. Man, you know what that lawyer's doing. That lawyer's trying to make him some money. She probably gonna win some of them lawsuits, y'all. Why though? Why? California, why? Why y'all stay somewhere like that, in a state like that? Why? I just don't understand. Then y'all complain. You should not be complaining. You know where you live. You know how your state is. You know. But you stay there. Why you stay there? Maybe because you got relatives. Maybe because, you got a lover. Maybe your job. You've been on your job for a long time. Maybe so. Okay, I understand. You can't transfer somewhere else on your job. Some of your jobs have places where you can transfer. If not, maybe I can understand. But I'm telling you, once you have retired, you need to leave that state because it's too expensive. And then you have a rogue governor. He's roguish. Yes, he is. I'm telling y'all, this is not right. You can't force someone to take Section 8. That should be against, what is that? They said the Fourth Amendment. How can you force someone to do that with their property? Because they lazy. They don't want to get up and find a real job. They're going to stay on Section 8 17 years like Alexis Watson. 17 years. Never done better in her life. 17 years of taking and never giving. 17 years of living off the taxpayers. 17 years of I don't want to be somebody. So does Alexis Watson now has 2 years to be on Section 8? She should be the main one kicked off. ASAP. She should be the main one, right? Her and people just like her, all right? You've had 17 years to get your life together, and you did nothing. Y'all go down that comment section and tell me what y'all think. Tell me what you think. You think she's going to win? You think they're going to kick her off Section 8? Do you? You know somebody who did the same thing that she did? Put it on down there in the comment section and let us know. This is diabolical right here. It really is. With all that being said, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And watch the next video coming up. Thank you.
Yeah.